Hey folks, and welcome to Greg's Golf Shack. I'm going to start a little series here called Quest for Better Golf, and I'm going to do it over 10 weeks of trying to improve my golf game. My golf swing needs some work due to some issues. It kind of got off the rails a little bit, so I'm going to discuss a little bit about what's wrong with my swing today and what I'm going to work on going forward. And even some plans for better health, get a little bit more fit over these 10 weeks. I'm expecting to post a video about every 2 weeks on the Sundays. And if anything, I'm not sure how many people would be interested in this journey or if they can identify with it or be inspired by it. I think I'm posting it mainly for me to help keep me motivated, put on a little bit of pressure to make sure I stick with it and try to see it through to the end. Now, it's early April here in Newfoundland. 10 weeks puts me, just at the end of the school year where I teach college, that I'll be really ready to dive into the golf season. Plus, courses aren't open yet. There's a couple that are just doing some early opening, but, late June is really when our golf season starts to get underway. Now, courses will be open, but we have a short golf season here. So there's a growing period of grass. That's really when things start being pretty good on the golf course, when conditions improve and facilitate good golf. So I'm planning to do an update every 2 weeks about my progress of my swing and my overall health and these kind of things. And after 10 weeks, we'll see where we are. And then I'll post a final one on the 12th week. That is just hopefully a 9-hole course vlog to really just highlight, focus on the improvements I've been making and how it transitions to the golf course. And folks, as always, I hope you're enjoying these videos. You learn something from them, you're entertained by them. Please subscribe to the channel. I've got lots of stuff that I hope will help you, and I just enjoy sharing it with you. So the main thing I'm going to tackle here is my golf swing itself. It's evolved over the years to be a little bit problematic. That's because of some physical issues I have. I have several herniated discs in my neck. That's not going to improve. It's going to continue to be degenerative. And it is treatable, conservative treatment by going to the chiropractor regularly. And the other issue is an elevated first rib. That causes all kinds of cramping, kind of pinched nerve feelings, pain down the arm, sometimes some tingling and some numbness in the arm if I let it get out of control. That's why I have a low finish, a low and left finish. It's very difficult for me to have a high finish. Again, visiting a chiropractor can almost relieve that instantly, but I've got to go regularly. Now, these are going to be a little bit difficult to overcome because they're physical. So I'm going to work on my flexibility, work on my strength. My insurance only covers so many visits per year to the chiropractor and the masseuse, so I've been kind of saving them up for the golf season. So I'm pretty locked up right now as I start this journey. But with the evolution, my swing kind of changing as a result of those issues, it can bring other injuries into play just in the golf swing itself. So I'm looking to maintain that, work on the flexibility, and get a handle on that. So let's just have a quick look at what's wrong with my swing currently. I'll find an old video and we'll pick it apart. Okay, here's some video of some swings I made. I was making a video playing a par 3 sim course. I didn't end up making a whole video. One of the reasons was I was just so disappointed in how my swing looked. I don't know why. It's a lack of confidence or something, but I'd rather share these things with you folks to see if you can identify and understand what a swing change journey is like. Now, when you look at this swing, you can see the overswing idea here. I'm a little quick with the takeaway and the backswing, which causes the wrists to hinge a little bit too much. But this lack of rotation, it's hard to see, but you can tell that my hips kind of collapse and sort of slide a bit, and most of my golf turn is a little bit more of a tilt. I'm kind of bending backwards and the wrists are taking over. So it looks like a huge backswing, but it's not. It's actually quite a tilted backswing with a whole lot of wrist hinge. This makes it really difficult to get those wrists back to impact, in a square position. And I'm surprised that I've played decent golf because I've somehow been able to find a way to get this ridiculous position at the top down to a square position. But the window to really time it right is very, very narrow. So it is really difficult to do that. I've done okay, but it really limits my shot shaping ability. I'm so concentrated on trying to just get a face in a decent position at impact that I don't have much room and flexibility to be able to apply different elements to the swing, to try and draw it and try and fade it, try to hit it low and high. I'm just worried about contact. So let's have a quick look at what I want to do to try to counter these things and improve the golf swing. So as you could see in that little video, I mean, the things I'm going to work on is slowing down the backswing. As soon as I sort of rip that backswing back, it is easy for the momentum to really let those wrists go. So having a slower, more controlled backswing will help limit that wrist hinge, get me in some better positions so I can really focus on my downswing and impact. Now, where the herniated discs in the rib really affect my swing is in my overall rotation. I end up getting a little bit armsy and wristy rather than turning my torso. So I'm going to work on flexibility, work with my chiropractor to get more turn with the body, and that will hopefully help limit how carried away my arms get and how much my wrists try to take over the swing. And you can see because of that lack of rotation, there ends up being some shift in my swing and some movement. And what happens is some people will get, a little bit of a knee kick as they're turning back there, trying to maybe straighten their trail leg, and their knee might bend in a little bit. Mine gets a little bit carried away where I get outside of my trail foot and my lead hip kind of collapses a little bit too much. So the knee might come up, but it's a little bit more of this whole shift of that lead side collapsing and causing more tilt. Some people will call that a reverse pivot. So I end up getting this shift, a little bit of a banana in the body, and the arms and the wrists take over to make up for it. Now, this is a little bit exaggerated, but you can see in some of my swings, that's really what it looks like. And it's very difficult to get back to impact with good timing to be able to make a good strike. So I'm looking forward to a little bit more rotation. Now, I was going to have a club fitting, and I'm actually glad that that kind of just got delayed for other reasons and things, because this is changing how the clubs feel. My other set of irons are very heavy shafts, and when I swing back with this army motion and these wrists, it was almost helping control the cast that I have. It was causing a little bit more delay in that cast, and the shafts were stiff as well, so there was a little bit less release of the shaft at impact, so it was kind of helping to square it a little bit. But it's very difficult to generate speed and consistency. So even in trying to practice a little bit more with trying to get in a shorter position with less wrist hinge, I'm finding these lighter graphite shafts make it a lot easier to get through impact. So the goal for me is to get a little bit more turn, a little straighter back with this trail leg. So I'm turning a little bit more centered like this, nice big chest torso turn, and hopefully some wrists that end up a little bit more like this. Now I have a new partnership with Hack Motion Golf with a wrist sensor. I just had a little test run with it, and it's a game changer. So I'm looking forward to how that's going to help me on this journey. And what I noticed so far is just how much of a departure there is, how much space there is between what I feel and what is real. So I'm using some delayed camera feedback so I can make a swing and then look at it and see what's going on. So even when I feel like I'm minimizing my wrist hinge in my golf swing, even if I'm making a decent turn, I still notice it's like coming at least parallel, which I can live with that. There's always going to be a little bit of excessive wrist hinge. That's kind of natural for me. But I have to make a really huge effort to kind of keep the wrist from getting too bent. It feels like I'm doing this. If I really make an effort to have a good backswing in a good position, I feel like that's what's happening. So it's a little bit crazy and it's a little bit fun. That elevated first rib really kind of causes me to finish low and left, as I said. Very difficult to get the feeling of a high finish. I can actually feel some pinching and things going on there. This is why when I'm exercising and working out, I can't do anything above my head. I can't shoulder press or anything like that. That really activates that first rib issue. So I think I'm always going to have a little bit of a low left finish. We'll see if I can work on the flexibility and improve that, or if it just happens naturally with a better swing, the better backswing and downswing motion. That's what I'm dealing with. So those are some of the mechanics that I want to work on, and where it seems like, it's not too much, it shouldn't be so difficult. I mean, I've got some of these swing issues so ingrained in my natural golf swing that it's going to be very difficult. And 10 weeks is actually a short amount of time to try and ingrain these kind of changes, because I'm going to be battling the natural swing that I have. But I look forward to the challenge, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And with all this, I want to focus on some, general health to avoid injury, to be a little bit stronger. I really expect to lose a lot of distance in the beginning of this process, just because I'm trying to shorten the swing and different things. And as I build back up and find that distance, find that speed, I want to make sure I have some strength, I have some core muscles, things that are going to help protect from injury and also give me a little bit more pop in my golf swing. So this is going to be a bit of a journey as well, because I'm not, a young man. I'm in fairly good shape. I can improve it, but listen, I'm 50 years old. Some of you might be surprised by that, but that's what I'm dealing with. And I've got some gym equipment down in the basement, so I'm going to adopt a regular workout routine. I want to work out 4 days a week minimum and incorporate a lot of cardio. I'm just over 6 feet. I'm 190 pounds. I'd like to shift some of the weight in the midsection up to some muscles as well, and hopefully my goal is about 180 pounds, but also transfer a lot of that fat into muscle if I can. And that'll be important too. I mean, we're all self-conscious on camera, and you wouldn't believe times I've filmed something and thought, I can't post that, I look awful. And I just want to feel a little bit more comfortable. I want to feel healthier, build some strength. So during this process of trying to improve my golf game, improve my health, I'll include throughout the series some of the things I'm doing, some of the workouts I'm doing, that kind of stuff, to see how it goes. Again, this is motivation for me. By putting it out there and putting my goal, I feel like I've got to stick to it a little bit more. All right, I'm down here in the gym at the risk of turning this video into a comedy and embarrassing myself. This is what we're starting with. I mean, not too bad for 50, but certainly could use some improvement. Now, if I flex, there is some muscle under there, a little bit, but definitely could use some work. I'm not going to be on a calendar anytime soon, but I wanted to create a point of comparison as we go through this process, and hopefully we'll see some improvement. Now, I'm going to start my core workout. I like to start with a little bit of cardio. Now, I've been working out a little bit, getting back into a routine. Today is going to be a core workout. I'm just going to focus on core muscles, try to get comfortable, maybe have a hot bath after so I can stretch out and feel good. And it's just going to be another important part of this journey for self-improvement, both in my golf game and in life. I've got to make sure I balance some of my supplements and vitamins and things. I'm a plant-based guy. I've been on a plant-based diet for about 5 years now, so I need to make sure I'm getting my proteins in there, my B12 and all this kind of stuff. And I just hope that the results can bring in a really good golf season. Teaching golf and playing golf are different things. The feedback I get from my clients, they're really happy with the results, and I'm really proud of all of them. They're making significant gains in their golf game and their golf swing. And I would like to be a little bit more inspirational and hopefully improve my own golf game, have my swing look a little bit better. Now, we all have unique swings, and you don't have to have a beautiful swing to play good golf. I want to find my best swing and hopefully have that be a little bit more inspiring for some of the people that I teach golf. So again, I don't know how many people are going to be interested in this little journey, this kind of personal vlog of self-improvement and golf improvement, but I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to upload an update every 2 weeks until we get to that 10-week mark. And then on the 12th week, as I said, a little course vlog to see where we're at. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm uploading this video the day I'm filming it, so I have no basis of results so far. So it's going to be a surprise for all of us. And I hope that it really takes off and works well. Folks, thanks so much for watching and tuning in, and stay tuned for lots more great content on Greg's Golf Shack. I'm looking forward to a really good season of going out there and filming with the drone and on some new golf courses. I hope to get across the island and feature more course vlogs from courses I haven't posted about before. And I'm just looking forward to a really good season. So thanks for coming on this journey with me, and we'll see you next time on Greg's Golf Shack.